1989, I was involved in an airplane crash. United 232, about 110 people died. There was a DC-10 commercial airplane crash. What they say about post-traumatic stress syndrome is true, and it changes you. Things that, weren't important become important, and things that were important aren't that important. I'm David Landsberger. I'm originally from Verona, New Jersey. I moved down to Chincoteague about 12 years ago, full-time. Over the last 30 years, I was very successful. I had a really good run, and eventually wound up selling all three of my businesses one at a time, and set out to look at what I had and put aside enough to take care of myself and my children and my family, and decided that the only logical thing to do with what was left over was to give it away and do some good with it. This is Brianna's Kindness Park. The only playground is way on the other side of the island, and there's no place downtown to do a playground. So I bought it, and then a group got together and started talking about dedicating the playground to Brianna. And Brianna was a really incredible young lady who fought a courageous battle for a long time, and whose sort of last wish was that everybody just be kind to each other. And they raised somewhere like $90,000. It was all done with small donations. Kids were having lemonade sales. There were kids who just would go around and collect money and donate. It was all small donations, so the whole town really got behind it. Whatever you can give that doesn't affect your lifestyle, I think it's everybody's obligation to give back and pay it forward. There's not many social organizations here on the island that take care of families, and the Y is family-oriented. So my involvement with the Y was really through Frost Valley, which was a place up in Clairville, New York. To be real honest with you, I think that my relationship with my daughter kind of developed because of that. And all of a sudden, you're thrust out in the wilderness for 3 days with your daughter, and everything she needs I had to do. I mean, if you ask her today where we developed our relationship, I think she'd say that. So the place became really important to us. And one thing led to another. That was one of the first, actually one of the first things I gave to. We're in the Chincoteague YMCA, which we bought about 8 years ago, and renovated to be what you see here now.
So the beauty of the Y is it doesn't turn anyone away due to any financial limitations, and so when you come to the Y, you'll find the whole community here, right? It's the front porch of the community.
The Island Community House is a former private home that sat empty and neglected for years. It was renovated by David Landsberger, and the idea was to make it a place for the community to gather, but there was always a special focus on seniors.
And the Village Neighbors is going to be bringing a lot of other services to the seniors, some rides to errands, doctor's appointments, things of that sort.
It gives people a wonderful way to serve and to give back, and so many people want that.
When David is at the table, he brings a can-do attitude, just doesn't allow barriers to prohibit a dream becoming reality.
But just about every nonprofit on the island has been supported in one capacity or another by David Landsberger.
He's just so generous, and it's not just on Chincoteague, and it's not just on the Eastern Shore. Every place that he goes, he really touches lives and impacts the community there.
I want to see an impact. I want to see, I want something that makes me feel good. I drive by the park almost every day. I see a kid playing there, I feel good about it. I go to the YMCA, I see people working out, I see kids hanging out, I feel good about it. I guess the key for me is if I can go back there and feel good about it, then it was a good idea.